being sick and stuff.
I'm gonna have to sneeze.
Like I keep knocking on wood because I made it through the holidays and CES and everything.
I have a policy where I don't cover my mouth when I sneeze. It's against my religion, so you can't hate me for it.
Sounds horrible. Not
for you.
Hey, Mark.
Hey. Wait, who? I wasn't expecting a specific name to follow that exclamation.
I wanted to respond to Mark in Twitch chat because he's pointing out that this focus looks a little soft.
Oh,
We're using a webcam.
It's literally a webcam.
I'll let Kyle do the intro though. Hey, Kyle.
Okay, are we streaming to both now?
We're streaming.
Welcome back to Awesome Hardware. This is side B. If you missed the first half and you'd like to check that out, you can go to youtube.com/paulshardware or follow the link in my description below. But this is a tech news show that we do every single Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time here on twitch.tv/awesomehardware and our respective YouTube channels. As I've already pointed out, we like to have a couple drinks and occasionally we swear, so if you have little ones around or sensitive ears, then beware. Then beware.
Is that a word?
Beware. Then beware. I was trying to combine like 2 or 3 different words at the same time. And you can buy stuff from our stores. My store is bitwit.tech, and I have a bunch of merchandise there, very high quality, that you can check out. It helps support the channel. It pays for the amazing set that I have before you.
Oh yeah.
And I will Johnson the shit out of you at the end of the show if you happen to purchase something from my store. Paul's store is paulshardware.net. You will also get a loud and proud Johnson from him should you purchase any one of his high quality materials or items. They're all very, very lovely. Additionally, shout out to Sal and any other people in chat who are moderating the stream. I think Wifey Sauce might be in there as well. Yay. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for being here. And thank you everyone who's doing super chat donations on YouTube. We will be reading out your comments attached to those donations by the end of the show. In the after party, perhaps.
This is also the first time we have live streamed the show from Kyle's new house.
Good point. Yes, this is totally new, and I literally just ported over all the equipment and hardware and the computer and stuff that I was using at the old office, thinking
you mean you burned all the old equipment? We're starting from scratch.
Okay,
that's why we're using a webcam.
That's a better explanation and definitely gives us a bigger excuse as to why the quality is pretty crappy right now. Start. So hopefully the next time we're streaming from here, from my place, in about 2 weeks, things will look a bit more put together and we'll actually have a decent quality for you guys. So thanks for bearing with us. Hey.
Hey, but this quality is passable. You can see us,
totally
you can
passable.
Hear us.
Yeah.
And the things we're going to say are very important.
That's it's really the content, you know.
I've just assumed that that's the case for your half, Kyle, based on past precedent.
Yeah, thanks for stacking that pressure on me.
No, I mean, Christ. You got notes and important, the GTX 1660, I mean, that's a
big headliner.
It's a good thing.
Of course. Why don't we talk about that?
Okay.
All right, so this article is from WCCF Tech about the GTX. So we actually ended your half of the stream with news on the 1660 Ti, or at least price checking it, which seems to be all in order. But now we have some word, we've caught wind of a GTX 1660 non-Ti, as well as a GTX 1650. Both prices and launch dates have been leaked. This is an article from WCCF Tech via a report from DigiTimes. So thanks DigiTimes and WCCF Tech. These are, of course, these cards are going to have the Turing GPU architecture without the RTX features, very much like their older brother or their bigger brother, the 1660 Ti. What we're seeing right here, just cutting right to the chase, $229 for the GTX 1660, which will launch March 15th. Again, all rumors, all speculation, grain of salt, but $229 for the GTX 1660 come March 15th, which is right around the corner, following hot on the heels of its older brother. Now, there's going to feature these cards are going to feature a cut down version of the TU 116 GPU. So you're going to have fewer CUDA cores.
CUDA cores?
You're going to have CUDA cores. Fewer CUDA cores.
CUDA cores.
1,280 CUDA cores and 6 gigs of VRAM, which is still not too shabby for the 1660. This will probably be, we're speculating here, faster than a GTX 1060. When you consider that the 1660 Ti was quite a bit faster on most games than a GTX 1070. So hopefully we'll see this card scale in a similar fashion with its predecessor, essentially. The pricing here as well, for $229 for this card, also competes directly with an RX 580. I did a price check earlier today. You can get an RX 580 for around $229, give or take 10, 20 bucks. Even the RX 590 in some cases can be had for as low as 220 or 30 bucks. If you know where to look. So it'll be interesting to see if more news on AMD and how they're responding to perhaps this announcement in just a moment. Now, if you're talking about the GTX 1650, that's going to be coming in at a price of $179 US and arriving April 30th, so just a month or so after the GTX 1660. This is obviously going to have a different core than the 1660 with somewhere between 896 to 1024 CUDA cores and 4 gigs of VRAM. However, it will be, speculatively, GDDR5 memory as opposed to GDDR6 with the rest of the Turing GPUs. The pricing on this card competes directly with the RX 570. I would say sort of towards the high end there. So it'll be interesting to see just where the performance lies. Now, that actually